everyone, and in today's video I have a tutorial on how to get this makeup look, and I really wanted to do like a drugstore makeup look because I've been using so much high-end products recently, and I thought I wanted to create like a look that was similar to the way I do it with high-end products, only using drugstore products basically. So this full makeup look right here is all created with only drugstore products, and I will have all the drugstore products and links, everything down below if you're interested in what I've been using, so everything will be down below. Before I get started, I just want to quickly mention that I am going to be hosting a giveaway of 2 of my own makeup products. I have a palette from the Balm and also a MAC primer that I did purchase myself that I want to give away to you guys, and this giveaway is also on behalf of Paperclip as well. And Paperclip is basically an app where you can trade your goods and you can also kind of swap your goods with something better. Say for example you've seen a palette on the Paperclip website that someone was selling and they really enjoyed the palette that you're putting up but you really enjoyed theirs. You can do like a swap, which means like you aren't actually paying for anything, you're basically just swapping your item for a better one basically. So I think it's really cool that you can do that, because obviously if you have a makeup product that you don't use, it's better to swap it with someone who can use it for an item that you might like off their profile too. So it's really good, and I think it's such a cool idea as well. And obviously you can buy stuff too. Obviously if there's some sellers selling stuff that you're interested in, you can obviously buy as well. So recently I did go ahead and download this app called Paperclip, and I did upload 2 posts which are of a palette from the Balm and then also a MAC primer that I am going to be giving away to you guys. So basically all you have to do to enter the giveaway is download the Paperclip app, which the link will be down below in the top line of the description if you want to go enter. And then what you have to do is when you get the Paperclip app up and running, you just want to click on the search tab, which I will just show you now. So whenever you go into the website, sorry that you can kind of see like a little bit of a glare, but if you go onto the website, and this is what like the home page looks like, if you just want to click up in the top right here at the little magnifying glass and then just type in Chloe as a tag, then whenever you search Chloe, my 2 products come up that I am going to be giving away for you guys. And then whenever you pick the item that you want to receive from me, all you have to do is click on the item you want and make an offer, and then that's basically you entered. So all you have to do is just click on the item that you want to win and then just make an offer, and that's basically you entered. So here's my profile here if you want to go check it out. My name is just Glitter Little on here, and obviously I will leave the link to download the app in the description if you want to go check me out and follow me of course. But I will leave all the information and stuff down below, as well as the app to download Paperclip as well in the description box below if you're interested. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look, and thumbs up this video if you want me to do more drugstore incorporated makeup tutorials, because I really do love using drugstore, because it takes me back to like old memories when I used to just use constant drugstore products. But I totally love drugstore products just as much as like all my high-end stuff too. So don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in a second. So basically for my moisturizer, I'm going to use the Garnier Skin Naturals Moisture Plus Nourish Cream, and if you guys know, this is like one of my holy grail moisturizers. It's the most my most purchased moisturizer that I've ever used, like whether that's high-end or drugstore. I love this one so much because I do have dry skin, and this is like a really thick formula, so I feel like it does really work. So for my foundation, I think I'm going to take a mix between these 2 Bourjois foundations. Like Bourjois is like my favourite drugstore brand of foundations. They just work really well with my skin. They're really nice coverage and they last all day in my opinion. So I'm going to take this one, which is the Happy Light, which is this one here, and mine is in the shade, what shade is this in? In the shade 51 Light Vanilla, but it's actually pretty dark. No, it's not. It's in the shade Golden Beige. That's what it is. It's the wrong lid on top of it. So my Happy Light is in the shade Golden Beige, and then my Bourjois Healthy Mix is in this shade Vanilla, which is just like a few shades lighter. So I'm going to mix these together because, as you can see, this one's pretty dark, that one's pretty light, so I'm going to mix them because I've mixed these before in the past and they've worked really well. So I'm just going to mix them together and then apply them over my skin with my beauty blender. I'll just zoom in to show you the finish of it. As you can see, it's kind of covered, it's pretty much covered basically everything. Obviously you can still see like my big freckle on my head here, and then some of my other freckles, but like around my eyes and stuff are pretty covered. I do have a vein like here in my eye, and it's covered it pretty well. And the redness and stuff around my nose, it's covered it really well. And by the way guys, if you're wondering what tan I have on, I've actually got the Loving Tan 2R Express on, because I get so many questions on what tan I use. Like the only tan I ever use is this one, Loving Tan, or either the Loving Tan in like Extreme Dark I think it's called, or like Ultra Dark. In fact it's Ultra Dark, but I do love this one. I have switched up to this one recently, and I love this one because it makes you like really bronze with only within 2 hours, whereas the other one you would kind of have to wait for about 4 to 6 hours. But this one is so nice, and this has been washed off like 3 times and it's still left like a gorgeous little glow on my chest and neck and stuff, and I just love it. And I will leave some like discount codes and like money off coupons and stuff down below if you're interested. Like it's my favourite tan ever, and they also ship to the UK now, which is amazing. So definitely get your hands on it if you're looking for a really good false tan. But yeah. So for my concealer, I'm going to be using the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I have no idea because it's rubbed off. And this again is one of my like favourite drugstore products. And this one is actually run and done because I've had it for so long. But mine is in the shade Fair 1, and they also like recently, well not recently, they only used to do like 3 shades I think. But they have come out with a few other ones like light warm and like light cool or like medium cool and stuff like that. So there's obviously more of a variety now to suit your skin tones and stuff. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender again just to further blend this out. So now I'm just going to use some cream contour just to kind of stick with the like full coverage theme. And I'm going to use this, which is the Kiko Milano Crayon Bronzer, and this is in 02. And I haven't used this before, but obviously I don't think you can actually get this in the drugstore, but it's still really inexpensive and Kiko products are so good. So I'm just going to do a few little lines around the outside of my face. And this is like so creamy, and I've seen Goss makeup artists talking about this product before. And I was so surprised because he normally just like does more like high-end videos, and he was mentioning this. It also comes with like a little highlighting crayon too, which is like got shimmer and stuff in it, but I like this one better because I love contouring so much. I'm going to use this brush from Sigma, which is the 3D HD Kabuki brush, just to blend it in. And Kiko products are literally so good and they're so inexpensive. Like they have like the more kind of like basic range of products, and then they have more kind of like collections of stuff. Like they had a collection for, what was it again? Like that crayon bronzer is like from a collection, but I'm not too sure the name of it. But they come out with like different collections, and they feature like some bronzers, blushes, eyeliners and stuff, but their products are so good. I'd so recommend like trying them out. So I don't actually have like a drugstore under eye setting powder because like all the powders from the drugstore are really dark, and they always just like darken my under eyes instead of like brightening. So I'm just going to go in with my MAC Emphasize and Pro Shaping Powder. But obviously if you have a darker skin tone than me, you could go in with like the Rimmel Stay Matte or something, but because I'm kind of pale, all like the drugstore powders are pretty dark on me. So to further bronze up my skin, I'm going to be taking my Bourjois Paris bronzing powder, and like this is like a holy grail product for me. Before I started getting really into makeup and like purchasing more like high-end stuff, I always used to use this, and this is like my mummy's favourite too. She always wears this, and I just take it on this MAC brush. And I'm just placing it like around the outside, just like where I would contour basically, but not as precise. And then I'm actually going to slightly contour with the NYX Powder Blush in Taupe, and this is like my favourite thing ever to contour with. Like even out of all my high-end products, this is like the most like perfect product, because as you can tell I am more on the pale side, so using like a more ashy grey colour suits my skin a lot more. But obviously I would say if you're any darker than me, this could start to look a little bit muddy, but on me I think it looks really nice. I'm basically just placing it on like the hollows of my cheeks first of all, and then I'm also kind of placing it around my temples as well, just to kind of define my face a little bit more. So for my blush, I'm going to be using this palette here from the Balm, and they've come out with like 3 new palettes. They've come out with this one, another highlighting one which I'm going to use in a second, and then one for like eyeshadows and like other face powders and stuff. And I will go through them throughout the video because I am going to use them in today's tutorial too. So basically this is just called In the Balm of Your Hand, and then it comes with a bunch of their like, facial powders with Hot Mama, Instain, Cabana Boy, Bahama Mama bronzer, and then a few of their eyeshadows from their other palettes and stuff. But I'm going to take this blush here, which is called Cabana Boy, and it's just like a dark berry colour, and I'm just going to take it on this Bare Minerals brush. And you literally only need the tiniest bit, like I'm literally dabbing in it and then like tapping most of it off. And as I mentioned just before there, they have come out with like another palette, which is the Manizer Sisters, and like this is like the best thing ever. You know the way like the Balm has like these powders here, which are just like the Manizer powders, and like they have like Mary Lou, Cindy Lou and Betty Lou. Well, this is like Mary Lou here, and this is like my favourite highlight ever. It's so inexpensive and the payoff is absolutely amazing. But they've actually come out with like a little palette which features all of their like Manizer powders. So it comes with Mary Lou, Cindy Lou and Betty Lou, which is like the darker one. But I'm going to take Mary Lou, of course, which is like my favourite, and just place it on like the tops of my cheeks just to highlight. As you can see, it's like the most prettiest like goldeny champagne colour. And then just to mattify my whole skin, I'm going to be taking my Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. And this is like so raved about here on YouTube, but I like don't see the hype. Like I'm not really like a pressed powder person. Like I would always just like set my foundation with like my like highlighting powder and like my bronzing powders and stuff. But I have been using this recently just to like make my makeup last a little bit longer. and use it to like blend everything together as well. And it's actually been working pretty well, but I don't understand why people like love this so much. But yeah, mine is in the shade Darkest Brown, and to me this is like more of like a pale colour. It's definitely not like dark, 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 dark. So for my eyebrows, I don't have much like drugstore inexpensive eyebrow products, so I'm actually just going to use this brow powder from the Balm again. Like, I'm such a fan of them. Like, they did not pay me to make this video or anything, like I just love their products. But this is the Balm's Brow Pow eyebrow powder, in fact, and it is in the shade Light Brown, but I'm kind of scared because it is kind of more on the dark side. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using a few colours from this palette from the Balm, which is also one of their new palettes. It's called the Balm Voyage, and I'm going to take this colour here, this one right here. I'm not even going to attempt to say the name because it's so weird, but I'm going to take this one and put it through my crease just. So I'm just taking like a big fluffy brush and then just putting it through my crease. And I'm not applying primer because I did apply my, my concealer on my eyelid as well to act as like a base. So I'm just taking this and putting it straight through my eye first of all. I'm actually going to make this eye look really simple and easy to recreate because I don't want to make things too complex, because I know that some of my tutorials would include like tons of steps on the eyes, but I'm actually going to make this one really simple so that everyone will be able to do it. So basically all you want to do first of all is just take like a medium matte brown shade and just put it through your crease, and what this is going to do is just act as like a transition colour so that any other colours you do apply will blend nicely into that, so it's like more kind of gradient rather than like a harsh line. And then you just want to go in with like a clean brush and then just use that to kind of blend it more up towards your brow bone. For my actual lip colour, I want to apply like a pinky colour, so I'm going to take this one here from the same palette, which is just like a kind of like mauve pink colour, and I'm just taking on a little flat shader brush, and what I'm going to do with this is place it like on my lid space, which is just this area right here, just below your crease. So to make your looks more smoky looking, some people just leave it like this for a more simple look, but I want to apply like a darker colour on the outer corners to make it look more smoky. So I'm going to take this one here, and this colour here is called Sexy, which is actually from the Nude Tude palette, but it's in this palette here as well called In the Palm of Your Hand, and it's just more of like a dark purple kind of maroon shade. And the reason why you want to apply like a matte colour into the crease, because if you apply as like a shimmer transition, a shimmer like lid colour and a shimmery like transition colour, sometimes it can just look like too much, so you want to kind of break things down with some shimmers, mattes and like different kind of finished eyeshadow. So I'm just taking the tiniest bit of this on a little like small detailer brush, and I'm just kind of circling it on just in my outer corner really lightly because you don't want to overpower it, but I'm just applying this just to make it look a little bit more intense. And then I'm going to take more of like still a precise brush but more fluffy to blend it out, so I'm just kind of circling in, still staying within my outer corner, and just kind of buffing it more into my crease. And as you can see, this eye looks a lot more blended compared to this side, so you just want to go in, circle your brush around and just to blend it out. What I'm going to do now is just go back to that same colour we used at the start in our transition colour, and I'm actually going to take this on a little small shader brush and just kind of place it under my lower lash line. I'm now going to apply some mascara, and I'm just using my favourite at the moment from the drugstore, which is the Maybelline Lash Sensational, which just looks like this. I love drugstore mascara so much, like I would prefer drugstore mascaras over high-end ones any day. They're so good. So this one is just from Maybelline. I'm just going to apply this off camera and I'll be back in 2 seconds. But I'm going to take this one, and it's just like a kind of dark berry pink colour. And then I'm actually just going to fill in my lips with this colour as well. And then on top of my lips, I'm going to be taking this nude lip gloss, which is also from Essence, and this is in the shade Just Nude. And I'm just basically applying it all over. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as I mentioned at the start, don't forget to download the Paperclip app, and I will leave a link to it down below, and don't forget to enter the giveaway as well. As I mentioned before, all you need to do is just go search me up with the tag Chloe, which I will leave here, and then you just go on and search me up, and then you just click whatever product you want to win, and then just make an offer, and that's basically you sorted. So yeah, so as I mentioned before, I will leave their link and stuff down below in the top line of the description so that it's really easy accessible for you guys, and also all the giveaway details as well will be down below. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!